Welcome back. We were having some technical difficulties earlier. I'm still trying to make sure everything's up and running. My dice are not up and running.
You gotta get them dice.
Yeah, there's a scene where it's like 5 minutes straight uncut of just hallways. It just shows you dark hallways with nothing in them, and then it cuts and this.
I don't have my microphone over by me, which is probably part of my issue.
That makes sense. That tracks.
It's just like you can't tell quite what that is. You're like, it's like eyes, but
It is.
Like,
I was about to say.
I don't want to know what that is. It's weird, right?
It is weird.
But what'll happen is it'll just be some kids that they're like, they wake up one night and all the doors and windows to the outside of their house are gone. Their parents are gone. And they're just like,
Alright, now we're finally up and running.
And then days pass and weeks pass. And they're trying to figure out how to survive. And then there's a voice that's just like,
And then Legos on the wall.
yeah, things start sticking to walls and gravity stops working.
And
And
then there's a chair on the ceiling.
and it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
And
It's
weirder
not like
and
it
weirder.
floats up
Well,
there, it's just-
that's one thing I like about those kinds of movies where there's like a build to like the monster or what's going on. Where in A Quiet Place, they showed you the monster in like the first few minutes. I'm like, why? You could have just not shown that like
it's creepier.
2 seconds,
Yeah.
and there would have been.
And in Skinner, they never actually show you the monster. That's the
You
whole
see
point.
eyes,
You
exactly.
see some eyes.
Spoilers.
Sometimes you see like an outline kind of in the background. Sometimes
It's like a blurred, dark, you can't see.
And that makes it when you're watching the movie, it's pretty scary. But what's scarier is later that night when you turn off the hallway lights in your own house and you stare down the hallway. And you're like,
And you wake up and you don't remember if you shut the closet or not.
yeah. And you wake up and you stare at your closet door and you're back to you're a kid again. It's like,
Is there something in my closet?
I'm gonna shut that tonight. That's gonna shut all the way tonight.
What?
That was... Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, welcome back.
hello.
We had a week last week. We had 4 players. We again also have 4 players. 2 of our players are ditching. How dare they?
I got the stupid book. So.
One of them is claiming to have gone to Taylor Swift last night, and that's why he ditched.
Last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went last night.
I'm
I'm here.
Is that in KC?
I'm gonna say I have a buddy who has skipped out several game nights because he's like, oh, sorry guys, I have work tomorrow. I'm like, we all work tomorrow.
You don't work tomorrow.
No, not this time, but
I know, but other times, yeah, I know.
I'm like,
We all work, man. Come on.
yeah, we all also have full-time jobs.
All right.
How much were those tickets?
I think they're like $150 a pop.
That's not-
$3 grand a piece.
Yeah, no, we didn't pay a lot. No,
Because I've heard some...
we got them first time they opened though. Bree sat in line for Bree got in the digital queue for like 8.5 hours to get them. So it took a ton of time, but we got them for a good deal. We had friends that for the second round of tickets when they came out much more recently, she got floor seats for $400 a piece. So not awful. It was a lot, but not awful.
I enjoy concerts, but not enough to
Yep.
pay that kind of money. If it's like, I could buy a PS5 for that kind of money.
That's where I'm at.
I could take a trip
likes
to Europe for that much money.
Bree likes experiences a lot more though, and specifically concerts.
I
She
would say
likes
that's
artists,
fair.
and Taylor Swift is like her favorite artist. So.
Yeah.
Now,
if
then
it's
again,
your favorite
our
thing,
tickets
spend whatever.
Our
man, I
seats
get
were
it.
not the greatest. We were like way up in like the top of the 3rd bowl,
Yeah.
so we didn't have a great view. But I mean, it was like the screens make all the difference
Right.
because they show everything. They've got these $1 million cameras they're running that are
Yeah.
huge and 16K or whatever they are
Yeah.
at this point.
I always say spend money on what you love,
Yeah.
especially I'm personally of the belief that experiences and memories are more valuable than items. But everybody's different.
Yeah.
And so it's like if this artist is your favorite artist and they're not going to be touring forever, right?
Yeah.
Go see them. Spend the money where you can. Do
Have
your
fun,
thing.
make the memories.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
All right. Anyway, we are back with another episode. Who wants to tell us what happened last week?
Devo and Void's backstory was revealed.
Yes.
And we are currently chasing down the man in charge. We don't know his name, but we have a strange letter. Does somebody have the Discord up that can read the letter? I could grab it, but my hands are Cheeto-y, so...
The perfect excuse.
Yeah, and Greg was
Cheeto
there.
hand.
Greg was there.
Greg was there.
Also, yes.
I did write that.
You did.
That
It worked.
script. Yeah, I posted it in the
Yeah, I saw it. How did you do it again? Did you do it with the summing?
26 if ands, right?
Did you do 26 if
No,
ands?
I was thinking about it. I started to, and then
I saw that.
I kind of goofed. But I did your trick where you subtracted the
the lowest to the actual number,
Yeah,
and then
invert it.
inverted it, yeah. Then subtracted whatever that was from the top.
Yep.
So that worked a lot simpler. It's like
Just make a linked list.
12 lines
Why?
of code.
Make doubly linked list.
Both
Linked
directional.
link.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Why not? Why not a triply linked list?
No, it's just 2 alphabets, so just doubly linked list.
Okay, so Raphael, plan failed. Velsharoon's gone. I fear Lindor is starting to catch on. I plan to leave for Mirabar in a 10 day. Krimrick.
Mm-hmm. So we got that letter.
Kremrick.
A man was stabbed by a ghostly presence with an arrow.
You're not gonna go into the part where we were like the terrible police force. We told a guy to hold,
Yeah,
then
that's
we
whatever.
nearly melted his brain.
That's whatever.
Stop! Boom! That's essentially what happened.
Halt!
They told someone to
He
stop.
didn't hold.
Michael tried to stop. Michael yelled at him to stop. He didn't stop, so other people were like, alright, we're gonna kill him. And they just, like, in 6 seconds before he even went, obliterated him.
Not the damage.
And then we decapitated
no,
him.
It was a cantrip too. It wasn't like, oh, disintegrate. It was like, oh, what was it? Mind sliver?
Yeah, something like
Mind
that.
sliver, so the next D4 he would have a minus D4. Next
saving throw.
would be
Yeah.
a minus D4, but
Yep.
that didn't come up because he, held his head and cried until Void wrapped him up in bindings, and then we started questioning and searching and all that fun stuff.
Then he was stabbed by the arrow, and so we realized that there's a good chance that he's going to come back from the dead with a very, very strong power. So,
We
against
cut his head
Void
off.
and Devo's wishes, everyone just decided to decapitate him just in case.
Okay, I thought you wanted Devo and Void wanted to.
No, Devo and Void said we need to restrain him and keep him
stand that they
restrained and
encountered
wait and
has the
see.
ability to grant other people
So
stands.
they were like,
Which
"Nah,
have-
let's just not take the risk."
Void got
and
his.
decapitated the
They just found
unconscious
sand in
man.
the wild as they were walking. Like they
No,
Well, and then that led to Void telling us his
They looked into
backstory.
the
It's like,
window
well,
in darkness.
you should have told us that
trying
like
to find him.
months ago,
He
man.
killed
We
the
would
guy
have
that
been
they
like,
were
all right,
questioning.
we'll keep him alive, and
I
like, we
didn't
can
have a
put
lot
his
of
head
time.
back on, maybe.
Didn't have a lot of
Start
time.
from the beginning.
No.
Okay, start from the beginning because our friend Greg here is lost.
No, I'm Greg.
So
That's what I said. Our
Lindor,
friend Greg here is lost.
No, he's Greg.
He's not lost. He's Greg. I'm sorry.
He's not lost. He's Greg.
so Lindor's got a pair of sending stones that he uses for his informant on the inside in Miribar. He's been picking up some hints that something's going on, and they killed a bird with a message. So come here.
Okay.
We go there. We get the message. Jalpan puts it through his mind program and decodes it in about 12 seconds. Not
It took
20
them, like,
minutes
30
in real
minutes
time.
in real
20
time.
minutes in
I
real
gave them
time.
a cipher.
Yep.
They had to solve.
And
Yep.
it wasn't just a simple shift cipher. It was what is it called? Inverse.
Inverse alphabet.
Which is one. It is literally one step harder than.
Is it
The
though?
shit cipher. Yes.
It is one step because it's instead of addition, it's
Inversion.
2-step math problem.
No, it's not. It's subtraction. It's 26 minus whatever number
But it's
it
not a
is.
constant number. It's a different number.
No, it's not. It's 26 minus whatever alphabet letter it is.
Yeah.
It's a little
some
bit harder
numbers.
than 26 than number plus 5.
I mean, okay.
It's not.
sure.
It's like it's not. Look at letter. Go
Once you
over
write the
5,
cipher
1,
out,
2,
it's easy
3,
to
4,
decrypt.
5.
Anyway, they decrypted the cipher that gave you the message.
It still
in
wasn't
Discord.
hard. It was fun. It was
And this
very
was
fun.
midday, and then when we headed towards the tower, that the Knight of the Realm, the what was his name? Title?
Who?
The general. After we decoded it, we went to this guy's office,
Oh, Krimrick.
Krimrick's office.
The marshal.
Yeah, he was a marshal, and as we got there, it turned to night, and they were like, "Oh, maybe we should
Yeah,
come
there was-
back in the day." And I'm like, "I think this is
This
something
is
where it's
a
like
main story
anytime."
quest
Yeah.
from video games, and it always defaults to nighttime.
Yeah,
It's
so
like you walk in, your character sits down and waits, and then it goes to nighttime, and then you get up and then you move forward.
pretty much. So we go in there and come up with the plan. I'm gonna tell him to halt, and if he looks aggressive, Keelon's gonna hit him with a mind sliver. And I told him to halt. He rolled a nat 20, did not halt, pulled out his sword, got mind slivered, immediately crumpled like a balloon,
That's.
Balloons don't crumple, they pop.
like a hot air balloon that lost its
It'll
heat.
still pop.
They
Anyway,
don't pop really. They
So
catch on fire
he-
anyway.
okay.
Okay.
He goes down. Boyd goes in, grabs him. Him and Keelon start questioning him for info. Me and Jawpon are going through his belongings. Don't find anything, but then he tells us, "Oh, I was going there. I gambled a bunch of money, lost all the money. This guy made the broker go away.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm kind of serving him, sending him info, doing little deeds for him. And that's when the ghostly apparition started to appear. And we tried to remove curse, dispel magic, shooting it. None of that seemed to help before the arrow just sinked into this guy's neck. He convulsed and died.
That's pretty cool.
That's when we took the vote about whether we should cut his head off or
So
not.
then Void came out and said, hey, Devo came out and said, hey, this guy grants people abilities like mine, we should be careful of him. And so everyone else was like, well, he can't come back if he doesn't have a head. So then Nick took like 5 minutes to try and chop through this guy's head.
Yeah, it was
I'm pretty
very
proficient
brutal.
at
Very,
it now.
Very slow and painful.
Nick has gotten proficient at cutting heads off at this point.
I don't know if I call it proficient. It's never clean.
Well, yeah, it's a head getting cut off. I don't think it'd be.
I mean, it could be if you have a good enough like a fighter or a barbarian could do it probably in one swing.
Yeah.
A person that like only swings weapons would be able to do it.
Just took what he did, he took a rusty spoon and scooped out the flesh until he
the
got all the
neck,
way
yes.
through.
That's about
Got to the bone, sawed on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they
The head
they
came
took
off
this guy's
and-
head with them.
Yeah. And that
And,
led to Void telling us his whole backstory, which
Yes.
is very touching.
Can you repeat that for Greg? He was asleep.
I was having him
Garden
send it
door.
to you because it is 5 pages long. It took us like
Yeah.
20 minutes to read
Very,
last
very
week.
long.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you a link at some point.
So anyway,
A whole,
the cliff notes.
Hub or something for it.
What?
I got a Google Doc for it though.
Cliff notes, his dad served a king, his dad was betrayed, he ran away, made friends with
Himself.
himself. Void was born to protect him. He just kind of followed Void around whenever he needed to. Met the mysterious man in charge, nearly killed, stabbed with the same arrow that he just saw the other night, gained a power, somehow survived the building burning down, I believe, and then was told to go to Mirabar and was then started the adventure. That's the very short 5-sentence cliff notes.
Yes.
There's a lot more in there, but
I think you already told me that.
I knew I told the party before.
You told us, you never told the party.
No, he told the party.
Totally
Oh,
told the
no.
party.
Yeah, he did. Because this is while we
wasn't
were.
here.
This is while we were like the first thing or second thing that Wayland was a part of. Because we were in the place with the secret tunnel that we took bets on. Was on the,
Now we gotta.
was on-
Alright, ad break, secret tunnel time.
No,
Anyway.
Yeah, goodness. This was
I'm glad you remember
This
that.
was right before the mansion in the woods.
Yes, this was like forever ago, before the hippo thing happened.
Before Talus was her name, right? The white dragon.
oh, you
almost-
tried to
No, the hippo happened like way before this.
No, this was during the hippo. This
Yes.
was before
Yeah.
the hippo.
This, okay, yeah, this was this whole. This has been said before. I was certain.
We're almost 2
think
years into this
so.
campaign, so that makes sense.
Things have happened.
Anyway, so you have found out that you need to go to Mirabar.
Maybe you just told Wayland.
No,
Maybe he was the only one who knew.
I don't think.
that's
Okay. So you've been told you need to go to Mirabar. At the end of last session, you
we got a
teleported
direct
to Mirabar.
teleport. We didn't have to do the layover.
The layover.
We didn't have to go to this town to get this circle to go to that circle. Yeah.
I'm surprised with how much magic there is in the standard world that they don't just have like teleportation circles everywhere for everyone to use.
Well, they do, except they cost money.
And I guess that's fair.
5 gold.
it's capitalism.
50 gold?
It's only for the rich. Everyone else is a travel.
Well, isn't that a
like walking.
temporary one too? Like to make a permanent one?
No. So for to teleport to a location, you have to know the location's permanent teleportation circle. In order to make a permanent one, you have to cast your spell every day for a year. In order to make a teleport.
So
permanent
50
one.
times 365.
No, it doesn't. I don't think it actually. I don't think. I don't.
It costs some amount of requirements.
I don't.
incense,
Well,
and
you buy it the
chalk.
first time. 100 gold. It does cost 100 gold every time to cast it. I don't think I need that.
Holy mackerel. That's probably why it costs 50 gold each time. Teleport there.
Yeah. Well,
Keep-
once it's permanent, it doesn't go away.
Yeah, so it's
Right.
365 times 100.
Oh, I'm on the wrong
make it
spell.
permanent.
Hang on.
Okay.
I'm on magic circle, not magic.
Not teleporter.
teleportation circle.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I was confused.
That sounds expensive.
It is 50 gold,
50 gold.
which it consumes still.
Yes. 365 times 50. And that's just
You can
chalk
create a
for
permanent
incense.
teleportation circle by casting the spell in the same location every day for 1 year. You need not use the circle to teleport when you cast a spell in this way. So, yes, it would be 50 times 365, which would be how much gold?
1,800. Oh, no. 18.
18,000-ish.
18,000.
So it's a huge investment for a city, but like the big cities would probably have them.
Word.
So like Mirabar, I guess I said Mirabar did have one. Waterdeep would sure have one. My guess would be Mirabar does. All the cities on my map here with big names would probably have them. So let me show you that real quick, just as a curiosity.
And depending on how long the town's been there is probably how much the circle costs.
Once it's permanent, it's not so much that like.
Well, taxes. I mean, it's like, oh, we got to pay off the initial investment, so it's 50 gold until we get it paid off, and then it's 10 gold. Or
yeah, or something like that. Or it's 50 gold to upkeep it too. So like, Neverwinter would probably have one. Waterdeep would have one. Mirabar would probably have one.
We should write these down so we can't see.
So we can't see what?
So we can't say we can't go there.
Scornabel. Well, you have to find them, and then Baldur's Gate would probably have one. So it's like 5 big cities in the area would probably have them.
Mm-hmm.
They have the cash flow in the big enough cities. Waterdeep specifically would probably have maybe even 2 with how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't really need to have 2. Be like if a separate like
there's probably a
faction
private
would want their
one.
own.
There's
if
probably
a faction wants their
underground
own, they
one.
could probably afford their own in Waterdeep. But that'd probably be the only city where they could actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes. So you guys find yourselves in Mirabar.
Alright.
Yeah. So you begin walking around. You, I believe you paid him last round when you walked out of the teleportation circle and out of the Mage's Tower.
Draw upon said he had it.
I think I did. Yeah. I
Yep.
did that.
So yeah, that happened last session. So yeah, you guys walk around. You exit the Mage's Tower. You begin to look around. It is a pretty big city. It is definitely a lot colder up here because you are way up north now. There is snow covering almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably, I don't know if we've ever really discussed seasons, but my guess would probably be in like the fall season here. So it would be still very cold and snowy with the location that you guys are in. You see pretty big snow-capped mountains way up to your north. You can see them just out of the city.
Do you want to show this on the stream?
Oh, yeah, I probably should. Thank you. I need to have someone run this because I never do. I always forget.
Well, we have been to the Sea of Moving Ice before.
You have been to the Sea of Moving Ice. You haven't been far, but this is not very far from where you guys were.
Where's Blagothkus going?
Blagothkus was going to I don't remember offhand actually.
Even further
Spine of the
north,
world, I
wouldn't
think. I think they live up here.
Okay.
I'm not trying to draw a straight line. I'm trying to draw a curved line. I think they live up here in Spine of the World, but I don't know if you know where.
Okay. Where? The giant floating castle.
It doesn't
Gothic.
show. I'm on the wrong layer where it
Gothic.
doesn't show. Hang on. Map layer maybe. Well, just let me draw. There we go.
There you go.
Spine of the World.
That's right. Okay.
Where it says Spine of the World.
And he just goes up and down across
Helps
it.
to read.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so you guys see it here. It's a brisk morning, but it's not too cold. Because the sun is out. It is definitely shining down, but there's enough snow to cover the ground. A lot of the houses are covered in snow, buildings covered in snow. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. You guys haven't seen snow in a while.
Yeah.
Probably haven't put on cold weather clothing in a while either.
Not since the Sea of Moving Ice.
So
Where Diva almost died. I remember that.
It was a while ago.
yes,
Yeah,
when you guys fought Arathator,
Sounds
Sure.
about right.
Arathator, I think.
I don't know. We couldn't.
Icy Boy.
Ice Dragon. Yeah, Ice
We never asked his name.
We were too busy trying to not die.
It was on the map. I think it was called Arathator's Lair or something.
Yeah.
I think that was on the map. I don't remember if it was secret.
Well, okay. Good thing we didn't have one of those.
What do you mean?
We didn't physically
was
have
on
a
the
map.
TV.
Yeah, but our characters didn't.
Yeah, I know. That was the joke, is because it was on the TV, so you guys might have seen it, but your characters would have had no idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you guys are in Mirabar. What do you guys want to do?
We gotta look for what's his face. Maybe we should get jackets first.
Or we could go to the bar. I mean, it's called Mirabar. It has to have a good bar somewhere.
He's got
I
a
like the way you
point.
think.
Lindor, you're really good at investigation. Do you think
wow,
you can find the guy?
Lindor's got his own thing going on right now. He's not here.
Nah, Lindor is too busy doing,
Lindor
I don't know,
things.
he's going to clown school.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
sneaking.
Lindor has always
He just
been
disappears.
wanted to go to clown school.
We thought we teleported with Lindor, but then he just disappears. Nobody knows if
He
came
rolled a
with or
terrible number on his or teleportation circle number, so he teleported somewhere else.
Oh no.
He's back in the maze.
Same
All alone. back
maze
in
of the tower you guys no longer own.
He'll make
It's
it out
okay,
someday.
he'll get it back.
Yep. And then Keelan is also not here. Wow.
Easy.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
We gotta look for this guy, but undergroundly. I don't know how to do that. I mean, you're good at investigation, but terrible with
Devo's
people.
gonna go
You're great
schmooze it
with
up.
people, terrible with
Devo's gonna go
investigation.
schmooze
You
it up
wanna
at
work
the
together.
local bar. See if I can find people.
Okay. So, you go to the closest bar you can find. All
The
right.
biggest bar I can find.
Okay.
Can I help look for a decent bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Is there a tray somewhere over there?
I don't know. Is there a dice tray around?
I got one, dude. There should be some stuff.
I know. I need to find them all again. I don't know where all they all went.
My wife took them upstairs for something.
She did take one for bracelet making.
Sorry.
Okay.
They
Oh,
did
it's that.
friendship bracelets for the concert.
Aww.
So everyone had like arms full of. That's cool.
Did she do the blur thing?
No one did that.
Oh.
We thought everyone was going to, but literally no one did. They said you want to trade bracelets? And they took them off and handed them to people. So
She should have been like, let's do it. She should have been the one.
I think she was considering it, but like since no one else like even ever heard, I think she asked one person about it. And, like they said, I have no idea what you're talking about, so she
Who?
kind of just stopped. We were at the Taylor Swift concert, and they did friendship bracelet trading.
Oh,
And so from what we heard, it was like the way that you do rave bracelet trading, which is peace, love, unity, respect, and then you trade bracelets off hands.
yeah.
No one did that.
That
So
sucks.
she was like, "You want to trade bracelets?" And she's like, started to put her hand on. So I was like, "Yeah, sure." And they just take one off their hand and hand it to him. So they're just different.
Rave bracelets are fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
Candy.
Candy. Yeah, exactly.
that's what they're called.
I used to be into the rave culture.
What happened?
I don't know. My friends stopped going, and I didn't find it as fun to go alone, so it just kind of
Fair.
You got
Fizzled.
petered off. No, it stopped back before I met Emily. Emily, funny enough, never went to a rave, which is weird because knowing her and knowing what she was like growing up, I'm like, it is the weirdest thing ever that I used to go to those and you did
didn't.
not.
Okay.
Just
All right.
seems
So
totally
would you roll me?
Huh?
Would you roll me
a 19 and a nat 20 plus 5.
for what?
Perception on finding a bar.
Why do you have advantage?
Because the
Go. That's right. Yep, I forgot about that. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you find an absolutely nice bar. You begin walking through town, and so you're probably in the center of town with this tower. And in the center of town, you absolutely see the regular bar that is just generically named Mirabar, and it has like bar and
Yeah.
quotes. And it looks like the Rainforest Cafe of restaurants. Just kind of like a weird.
We're not doing that.
Yeah. You don't really want to go to that kind of a bar. You know the drinks and food probably won't be that good. It's an experience for tourists.
It's gonna be
The
super
tourist
expensive.
bar.
This is gonna be too expensive. Let's keep finding.
Okay, first off, it's not gonna be too expensive for us. That's a.
We're looking for a local bar.
Oh, it's not expensive. It's like there's a ton of kids there and a ton of adults, and like it's packed out. It doesn't look fun.
Fight pit with the kids.
No, please, no, please.
I cast loud, annoying toy.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so you guys travel a little ways down the one of the streets, looking around. You look back in an alleyway that kind of leads to a smaller street, and you come out of that alleyway, and you find another small bar. Looks like almost like a dive, but you can tell that like just from being in the bar business yourself, like. The ones that like don't advertise as much, but they've got certain things you look for when you're looking for a bar that you can just tell that that's going to be what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So you find that.
Yeah. What's it called?
It's called the Jack Shack.
Jack Shack.
Yeah.
That's a good name. The sign's a little rusty.
It's a little rusty. It's a little tilted. One of the chains kind of broke on it, but the bar inside looks great. You can smell it, and the food smells immaculate.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Devo.
Yes,
Void. Who are you today?
Devo.
Devo. Let's go. We're not
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Jack Shack.
Okay, we're not drinking any shape-shifting drinks today.
I can't make those, so we're good.
Okay, you're not ordering them either.
That's a trademark. That's a trade secret.
Okay, you say that now, but we're gonna walk in here and there's gonna be some drink that's like it has a 40%
It turns you into an
chance
icicle.
40% chance of turning you into a statue for the next 7 minutes. We're not doing it.
But it's a local brew.
We're here for a
Support
reason.
local businesses.
We are here
No,
for a purpose.
This one's gonna be it flips your hands with your feet.
That's you. Weird.
All right.
High five.
I mean, high foot. Foot five. Anyway, so yeah, you guys walk in.
Yeah.
It definitely looks run down. It's not small on patronage. You definitely know like the people here are probably regulars. It's a little off the beaten path, so like tourists would probably not be able to find it very easily. But it does have its own source of clientele. Probably half the tables are full. It's probably early afternoons. People are coming in for late lunch. Yeah.
Early afternoon. Didn't we leave in the morning?
Yeah, I guess it's morning. So they're coming in for breakfast.
Breakfast at a bar.
Breakfast at a bar. Brunch.
Well, that's how good their food is.
Well, I mean, taverns are typically how people got food anyway, unless they've made their own food.
You guys know about perpetual stews?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yes, they're nasty.
They're not.
I mean, they're not, but like the concept just seems
It
weird.
does. It seems
if it's in your culture, absolutely.
easily that it could go wrong.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, yeah.
It's like somebody didn't tend the fire last night, so it's all spoiled, and that's
Yeah,
been
or
going on 100
oops.
years.
Oops, there a bunch of bugs fell in.
For the people that don't know about what'd you call it?
Perpetual stews.
stew. It's a stew pot that sits on a fire all the time, never runs out.
Yep.
They keep it like a constant 165 degrees or higher, and then you just add food to the stew and take food out of the stew all the time, and it just becomes its own thing.
Never
It's like how you like
stew.
don't really clean your cast iron, but you do, so you kind of get the flavor the next time. But for like 50 years, kind of a thing.
It's like the forever bottle of whiskey. You never
Mix them together,
It should
yeah.
never be empty. You'd get it down to halfway, and then you pour
Fill
in
more
some
in
more
stuff,
whiskey, different whiskey. Make your own blend.
You know that older gentleman that came in to get tutoring help? He's an electrical engineer. He was an electrician. I think he's like in his 50s.
Okay.
Hold on, patient-doctor confidentiality here.
That's fair, yeah.
No, I'm kidding. That's a joke.
I know.
We're not saying names though, or schools.
You're
So
fine.
But he said that when he would go back in college, they would have a perpetual pot of chili. Just like add more beans, just random beans, whatever you'd want
Beans!
to, and then just scoop it out and have
I-
the crock pot on.
I love the
all the
idea that you
time.
just come in with whatever. You just see somebody with a cup of beans, and they pour a cup of beans in, and they scoop a cup of
beans out.
Yeah, and just leave. Like it's this. It's like the chili giveth, and the chili taketh
Greg,
away.
no, it's your choice. Your job to bring meat this time, not beans.
We will have beans, and you will like it.
Anyway, so you guys
Leave
walk
a bean,
in.
take a bean.
I would on it genuinely. I would love that so much. That'd be so funny.
Just have to.
We need to
Some
do
raw
that.
beans.
Perpetual chili for the D&D group. We have it all in a slow cooker in the back.
I'm not
just
paying
on
for that.
at all times.
No.
I'll bring the original recipe, and then every week, anyone who wants chili can have it, but they have to put in a cup of something, and we can see what the flavor of the chili is.
I will put in a cup of nightshade.
But hold on, imagine this. We get like a little bowl of it, and we put it in like a Tupperware, right? And we freeze it. And
So
then
we can taste the
and then
difference.
by the time we end the campaign, we take that out and we taste the chili as it is now and see how much it's changed. I'm just saying.
That's
Not
actually a good
doing
idea.
I'm just
Freeze
saying.
it
I
for
think
later.
that's pretty fun.
I'm not paying for that.
paying for what?
The electricity to run
Oh,
the crock
you
pot all
the
the time.
$5 the slow cooker would require to operate per week.
Plug it into your neighbor's.
So when they lose power, it's their fault.
That's the perfect version of lawful good versus chaotic good there. I'll pay you the $5. Plug it into your neighbors.
Yes, absolutely. Anyway, so you guys,
Nightshade?
what? Nightshade's
Poison.
Oh, it's poison. Okay.
Yeah.
My
I
goodness.
thought you would have known that. Oh yeah,
I live under a rock.
arsenic. There we go.
Arsenic. Oh, yeah.
It's not arsenic. It's like arsenic, but it's a plant that's deadly.
Well,
What do you mean? Well,
there's a whole family that's not deadly, but
of nightshade?
yeah.
No.
Have you had some?
What? No.
The name nightshade brings like
Potatoes are a
poison
nightshade.
with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomatoes.
Although if you eat an entire raw potato, it's really bad for you. It probably could kill you. I think it can.
No. What?
A raw potato?
Not a raw potato.
Oh, a ton.
Maybe
Several?
like a lot of raw potatoes, but
Only if you're crisp canless.
I don't know who that is.
That's okay.
Okay. Anyway, you guys walk into this this dive bar. What do you want to do?
I eat a raw potato. No, I'm kidding.
I'll get some food.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get some food too.
Okay.
I'm gonna order a
Kind of
drink.
hungry.
Okay. Sounds good. So they'll have a pretty generic breakfast. Probably have eggs, some sort of meat, probably sausage of some kind. And then, they'll have some toast on the side. Probably beans. Good old, like, English breakfast kind of style. No?
Something hearty for the cold weather.
Like, if you like it, that's fine. I find it, why?
I know. But for, like, this kind of time, like, it would be a really good, like, source of protein and everything, so
Beans
probably
and
pretty
toast.
common.
Yeah, I guess.
I've never tried it.
And they're easy to make. Beans are easy to grow, so they're pretty common.
Well, especially in this climate.
Yeah.
I
They
guess.
got any craft beers?
They got something like that. I don't know if it's beer. I don't know what they have in Old Terms. They've got some sort of ale.
Mead?
Cider,
Mead,
ale.
yeah, something like that.
They got a house brew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they get something locally at least. It's probably not their own brew. They're not microbreweries.
Okay.
They're just taverns. But yeah, they've got something locally that they have served. So.
Good. Soup and drink.
Okay. All right.
I'll get all the stuff that you had, that you said.
Okay.
Plus, I'll have a mead in the morning. That's sweet, isn't it? Mead
Yes,
is
it's
pretty
honey-based.
sweet.
It's a honey-based wine.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Yep.
How much?
That's not even. It's negligible.
Okay.
It's gonna be like 5 silver or something. Like it's not enough to even really consider.
Okay.
So
We have the loose change.
yeah, pretty much.
That's fair. Okay.
That's kind of what I'm going for. Is you guys have like pockets of gold, and you probably have all sorts of other denominations in your like actual pockets that you just kind of pull out for little things. So I don't really ever care about that stuff. With the amount of gold you guys have, it's not worth
Like,
checking.
unless we're trying to, like,
Yeah.
buy out all this stock of wine, it's not going to affect us.
Yeah.
Or barrels.
Exactly.
Yep. So yeah.
Devo.
Yeah, pretty much.
So barrels.
Now Diva's got to double arm him.
Everyone's like, all right, what are we drinking? They turn Devo's like, what are
I don't know what you guys are drinking.
I'm already taken care of.
you walk in with 2 barrels. Hey, the beer's here! What are you talking about? This is mine.
Yeah, it's like, what? Yeah, I don't know what you guys are getting all excited about.
And somebody's just like, no outside drinks, please.
Diva goes, oh, don't worry, I stole these from your bag.
Versus chaotic evil.
I steal beer and drink it in front of you.
Yeah, don't worry, these aren't from the outside. I stole them.
That makes me think of like Skyrim when you like put a bucket over someone's head, take their sword, and then use their sword.
Yeah, and then you're like, all right, I'd like to sell this
I want
to
to
you.
sell this sword to you.
Well, you also roll high enough in intimidation where it's like, yep, it's your beer. Nope, yep, you can have
It's
it.
not even that. Like, it's just the fact that he just straight up says to them, like, "Oh yeah, I stole this out of your back room. It's fine," and then sits down and like pours himself a drink.
The funniest thing is, I imagine they would be like, whatever, and then they just go about their day, and then the end of the
Look
day is
back
gonna
and
come, and they're
where's
gonna
the
look
2
back, and
barrels?
they're gonna be like,
He wasn't lying.
we're missing 2. Are you kidding me?
What kind of idiot tells us what
Yeah.
he's doing?
They're so mad at themselves because they didn't do anything about it. We're long gone by then.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Anyway, so you guys get all your food delivered, soup and beers, meads, English breakfast. I guess I don't know what they would call it here. It's just the easy way to call it. Breakfast. And you guys start eating, and it is really good. Different spices than you guys are used to in Waterdeep and areas down south where it's warm. So they have to grow different spices up here to make it feasible, and so it tastes a little different. It's good, just different. So, yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
So, we're trying to find
So,
that
Diva,
guy.
Diva, why did we come here?
I'm trying to talk people up. I need us to all figure out if we can find out anything about the names on the note.
We got the first one. He was the marshal, and we killed him.
Yeah,
I gotta
so
send
we're not
my
gonna
bag.
get a whole lot of
So
information
we
from
gotta
him.
get the Raphael guy.
Okay, so we do know that the guy in our thing was named whatever.
Raphael?
No, the guy that's dead in our bag was
Krimric.
Yes.
Krimric, right. Okay, so yes, then we have to find Raphael.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that if we're gonna find people who know about this, it's gonna be in a place like this. So,
Alright, so what's the next step? I've never done this part before.
we get drunk and we talk to people. You can't fake being drunk either. Nobody's gonna talk to you for real if they can tell that you're sober.
I'll just wait by the door.
All right.
One of us should be sober. I think the healer should be sober.
Rick's gonna stay sober.
You're also a kid.
I'm not a kid.
I mean, you're 16.
man.
You're a man, whatever.
But
What?
go have one drink and
Okay.
just pretend to sip on it.
On the one? Okay.
So, would my lack of inability to talk to people get worse or better as I get more drunk?
You just start turning people into things.
So we actually had some rules written a while back for one of our other campaigns that we played with when you got drunk, or we had like drugs available too.
Okay.
So I feel like I mean, it depends on what you think. I mean, because there's a lot of different types of drunks, right? So you could be a charismatic drunk where maybe your charisma goes up a little bit, but your like dexterity and strength go down a little bit if you're drunk. So I mean,
Your charisma
whatever you
goes up,
think.
but your int goes down.
Yeah, that'd be a fair trade-off.
What? Charisma goes up and goes down?
Int goes down.
Yeah.
So like you're a little stupider, but you're a little like
More
cleaner with
likable.
your tongue. Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Remember, int is your spellcasting.
It probably wouldn't go up a lot.
Modifier,
It would go up a
so-
little bit different. So like plus 1 point each way on your modifier. So your int can go down to +4, and your charisma will go up to +2 or whatever it is. Whatever it is now, it's +1 more.
Yep. I think that's
So
fair.
okay.
I could go talk to the bartender.
Okay.
Small talk.
All right.
See how business is, that sort of thing. Try and get, figure out some of the suppliers so we can figure out some stuff for his own place back in Waterdeep.
Oh, for his place. Okay. Okay.
He likes the local brewing.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. So he'll sit down and say, yeah, there's a brewery out of the city, just a little ways, or it's in the city. It's out on the edge of the city, a little ways. They have a warehouse out there that I have a contract with that we get beer delivered or alcohol delivered. So
What's it called?
I don't like you.
What are we trying to name?
Just chat GPT it.
Mirabrew. Mirabrew.
Is that like the Mirabar? Is that like there?
They started as a brewery and then wanted to try their hand at tavern keeping, and it's not great.
Yeah, it looks
but
like the tourist thing. I'm surprised I haven't seen like fake jousting and stuff.
yeah, that's on Wednesdays. You missed it. It was yesterday.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not great.
Does D&D have weeks and weekdays and weekends?
They do. So 10 day is a week.
Oh, 10 days. Okay.
It's not 10 days. It's
A
called
10
a
day
10
is
day.
a phrase that
It's a
means
phrase they use to call a week.
It's like a fortnight isn't 40 nights.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks.
What?
Yep.
Fortnights, 14 days.
Something
Yes,
like that.
it is. Yeah. So
Yeah,
same concept. A 10 day is. I don't know what their days of the weeks are actually though.
Is there music and something going on in the tavern?
Doesn't really
Probably
affect us.
maybe small. Not gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Especially during the breakfast hour.
Someone asked, is days of the week in 5e literature? And someone said, in Forgotten Realms, the days of the 10 day are in order. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day, eighth day, ninth day, 10th day. Creative, I know.
All
Sounds
right.
like finish.
So, I mean, it's not creatively, but they do have something like that. I don't know what it would be, but
So 10 days for a week. Sounds like.
I mean, if that's what they want to call it, I just call it Monday through Sunday, just because it's easier to deal with and we understand the schedule system. It doesn't hurt anything just to take our system and throw it on that.
Sure.
So I'm
Especially because we work outside the system, like we don't have a scheduled job. We just go to the meeting that's every few months.
yeah, pretty much. Your characters are like, I have no idea what's going on, so you don't have a daily grind. So anyway, but yeah,
Yeah, I'll see if I could.
That's the real dream.
yes.
Being outside the system.
Did you come up with
Don't
a
even
name
care
for
what day of the week it is.
Bartender owner. whatever.
Jack.
Jack. Oh,
Yeah, it's the Jack Shack.
Jack Shack.
My name is Jack.
Well, that makes sense. Hi, Jack. I'm Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Are you guys have a very similar naming system. Are you
Yeah.
related?
No, I don't know. A lot of bartenders and owners and stuff I've noticed. I mean, there's another Greg down in Mirabar, right?
Yeah.
There was another Jack at the Cavern Tavern.
Yep.
I don't know. It's like
There's also you weren't there for the carnival.
I don't know. It seems like I'm surprised. We should start a guild. Jack, do you want to start a guild for bartenders,
For bartenders?
bar owners and stuff?
I don't know. What are the details?
I don't know. I just thought of it.
I think the Cavern Tavern would be interested. Knowing him.
I don't know. Maybe like the Harpers or something, but better.
But better.
Better.
Better than the Harpers for bars.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you keep asking about, I assume, the licensing deals to get their beer or their alcohol. It would be a little bit involved because they'd have to ship it so far south to get to Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Because you're talking a pretty long path south.
Yeah. That's fair.
So like,
It'd have to be boat then.
it could be boat. They still have to drive it to like Luskin and then boat it down to Waterdeep. So it wouldn't be a cheap venture.
No.
But it's possible.
Okay.
I don't know if like at the size of your bar now, if it would be like worthwhile for you, but like if you grew your size, then you probably could make something work.
I'm turning this whole thing into a franchise.
I figured. So anyway, yeah.
Well, I think I'll just ask if we can play some light music.
If you can,
Yeah,
sure.
That's alright.
So I mean, yeah, we don't typically have anyone coming in. No one offers, so we're kind of off the beaten path. So we don't get a lot of standard tourist attractions, which means we don't really need music most of the time. But be my guest.
I'm feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Cool.
What do you play?
What do you want?
I don't know.
You have some breakfast themes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play the Song of the Eggs.
All right.
Song
Let's
of
hear
the
it.
Eggs.
Let's go.
All right.
Roll me performance. It's like minimum of like 15 or something, but still.
Performance.
What do you have, like a plus 14 or something to performance?
That's a 20.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
It's pretty great. Yeah, do plus 15. Yeah, it's a great performance. Like, you definitely people like excited and like I would say it's probably like a very upbeat, clappy song. Yeah. Whatever you want. How do you
Country
track
song.
a little bit.
Okay.
It's like a sunny side up type of
Okay.
thing.
But you get people involved. They start to like sing with you, and
Yeah.
it's a good performance. You get the whole bar engaged.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
Okay. Whoever else is.
No, you're good.
No, I genuinely don't know what we're supposed to be looking for and asking.
We're asking around for
Okay. So now that
Raphael, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
I am just talking to anyone who I can at the bar, and I'm just starting conversation. I'm asking what they do, asking them about their week. I've been like, oh man, don't you guys just hate having to go to work? Oh my gosh. I'm so glad to finally get on the weekend. What about you? When do you guys head back? Just starting up any kind of conversation.
Okay. Well, they're in the middle of the week right now, so they're grabbing breakfast and then they're gonna go to work.
I'm like, oh boy, it sure is nice having a weekend on the weekday. I'll tell you what, guys.
So you're on
Off
shift.
shift.
Is what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Just trying
I don't know what
to
you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Don't sugarcoat it, man. You're unemployed. You couldn't get a job. Kicked you in the butt.
Well, yeah, well, what do you do that's so tough?
I work in the mines.
Yeah?
What are they mining?
Why?
Probably like marble.
Not bars.
Bars.
Mining out bars. They just did what? I just love this idea that you dig around and they're like, we got one, boss!
This is-
and you
this
just
is
see
why-
like a bar sign, and they just, that's like takes them months, and they excavate it, and they just take it up to the surface.
This is why
Fully formed by
there's a guy
nature.
named Jack that just was mining and found a bar, and that's where he got the Jack Shack from.
You're
I mean,
right.
they're not very creative people. They just kind of are stuck in the mines until they get lucky enough to find a bar.
Incredible.
Is that where the
Truly
Mirabar
incredible.
came from? They just keep digging up bars and then.
They combine them together to get the Mirabar.
Oh,
It's like 3 bars conjoined at this point.
it's pretty big.
Well, that was the problem. They weren't a big enough bar on their own, so they had to combine their
I'm
powers.
gonna ask him about who runs the mine.
Local guild, the miners guild.
You guys unionized?
Oh yeah, of course.
Good, good.
How
Get enough benefits.
We could get more, but
old are the miners?
they're pretty good.
Yeah. So wait, are you guys like miners or
Miners.
I might have misunderstood
miners,
this.
that's what you mean. No, they're adults.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, the miners don't get up this early. They come in and get the small rocks in the afternoon.
Okay, that's fair. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep poking around. Basically, Devo is looking for somebody to walk in and start talking about like, I don't really want to talk about my work. Like, somebody who seems suspicious, you know?
Okay.
And Devo's gonna be talking to like everybody. He's hopefully with a charisma of 20.
Okay.
He is charismatic enough to get everyone to just kind of talk to him.
Yeah. Roll me persuasion for that.
Okay.
See if you can like get people to open up.
Can I go find Devo at some point and just, hey, what are we supposed to do?
In the middle of a conversation,
Oh,
yes,
dang
yes
it.
you can.
That's bad. That's 15.
Show a plus 10.
It's not
Yeah.
that bad.
Still 15.
It's decent. You don't quite get all the information out that you're looking for.
Sure.
But you're like people will definitely open up and talk to you, tell you
Okay.
their jobs. You hear subtle rumors around the town about all sorts of jobs that are going around. People looking for work.
Sure.
You get hints of, not a lot of hints, but just small, subtle hints of, there's like hidden people doing things in the city you don't know about. Like they have seen like things at night. They have heard what can only be described as like how do you like a lot of voices cheering, but like mumbled, like really quietly mumbling.
Okay, that sounds like what I'm looking for.
So again, they don't know where it's at.
Sure.
But they have like been around the city and out on the like northern edge of the city. If they're like just kind of walking around at
The
night.
northern edge of the city.
Is that where the brewery?
That's the east side.
Greg's like,
Dang, I can't break into the bar or the brewery now.
what if it was like the northeast side though?
But yeah, so the north side of town, which is like the nicer side of town.
Sure.
They hear like a lot of people, but they don't know from where because like there's like a bunch of like nice houses or mansions out in that area, but none of them really seem like they're having parties at the same time. So, and some of them throw parties, but this doesn't sound like people that are
Just an
Here.
underground fight ring and they sacrifice the loser to an elder god.
That's a lot of jumps.
That's a huge jump.
I mean,
I like the idea that we're
too.
talking about like, oh yeah, those rich people do have really big parties, don't they? Whatever. And then Greg just says that, and everyone's like,
Have you guys no, you guys talk about that, and then Greg's like, "Hey guys, you ever heard of Cthulhu?"
like there's one little jump. It's like, oh yeah, fight pits. It's like, yeah, no, we can see that. And then sacrifice the elder gods. Wait, what? Where did that come from?
Exactly. Yes, that's how we're feeling right now. Is we get the loser gets sacrificed to an elder god. No, but yeah.
Was your child
Are you okay, man? Yeah.
We grew up very
Is Greg okay?
Greg's a troubled person.
Did your mom hug you enough as a kid?
Did
No,
you
Cthulhu
like
had
win
to
in
do
the
it.
Eldritch fight pits? Like what happened?
Cthulhu had to hug him as a kid.
Oh.
Hi, girly.
How you pooch?
Scaring
Doing
her.
okay?
No, I'm scaring
You
her.
want to
She's
sit at the
okay.
table with
She's
people?
nervous. Put it down. You're okay.
They're getting so big.
I know. Hey, girl. You come up here for camera? No.
I was gonna ask, are they allowed on the chairs?
They will not climb. I mean, they are, but they haven't been on them in a while. Hi. I can't really show them for camera. Hey.
I know. Like get on the chair.
Can we get on the chair? Can we just move
Yeah.
on the chair?
Just move the camera.
I know. It's gonna pain in the neck. We can kind of see it around the air. Oh, Skylar's nice. Come on your tail. Hey, Skylar. My dog got scared. One of them's a little jumpy
cat.
to people. Can you see her? No, you can't quite see the face. She's right here. Just at the edge of the camera. Oh, then she's gonna lay under the table. I like under the table camera for them.
No, but then you'll catch me.
Then you catch everybody.
Everyone else.
catch us playing footsie.
Exactly. Then I'll know where the relationships in D&D come from.
And who's spreading the foot fungus?
Alrighty. Anyway, so but yeah, you hear these rumors. But that's about all you're getting from the people that you've seen so far.
Okay.
Any idea of like what it is other than just voices?
It just sounds like cheering, but like really like quiet, and it almost sounds underground. But you can't pinpoint it because it's like so faint that you couldn't follow it if you wanted to.
Does it sound like happy cheering or like screaming?
Like cheering. It sounds happy.
Okay.
Sounds excited, if that makes sense. Are you gonna try and get her up on the chair? Oh,
Good chance.
there is one of them.
Do we have chat up?
I have it up over here. I'm trying to keep an eye on it for people. But yeah. Luna, are you not having that? I don't
Not
think
a fan.
she is. Nope.
Okay, that's okay, Luna. I'm
you
sorry.
okay, baby? Oh, now you scared her too. Now
Oh,
everyone's hiding
I'm
behind
sorry,
me.
Luna.
She'll be okay. She's not as big of a deal. My other one's a little scary. Anyway, so yeah, what do you guys do now?
Yeah, I want to check out the mines.
I was gonna say,
Maybe there's an underground fight pit. in the
I kind of
mines.
have an idea of where I'd like to go, but if anyone else would like to look at anything first, I want to go to the north side of town and investigate.
Pick
But
up some
But that's a good
spell
idea.
components and paints and stuff.
Let's go for
Yeah,
it.
that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Yep,
How much?
like 10 gold. It'll be cheap. It won't be that much. To like full stock, it'll be 10 gold. So, okay. All right. Diva wants to head north. Anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin heading north.
I figure when we get away from prying eyes, I'll go ahead and cast.
Caricatures.
Let's give.
Caricatures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give a 5th level aid to everybody but Greg.
Oh, Greg, you got left out.
I don't know.
5th level 7 points.
Okay, so that's 20?
That's 5, 10, 15, 20, I believe.
20 HP to everybody.
Yes.
20 max
Besides
HP to
Greg.
everybody. Okay.
Max HP modifier, got that?
I don't know.
15. Cody, Chris,
How about
22 max HP modifier.
20.
He did a level 5 aid.
It only gets 3 people.
Yeah.
Yep.
He could cast it again, but I don't think he's going to. It would be a waste since there's 4 of you.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what do you guys begin heading north. It definitely gets a lot sparser. The plots of land get bigger. You start seeing like nicer bars in this area, a little more upscale. Typically probably made more out of stone than out of wood, so they're a little longer lasting. You begin to see larger mansions in this area. Probably a good handful, probably 15 to 20 nice mansions in this area, all up north.
Is there a sewer system?
Probably not.
Okay.
People, some
Does anyone
people
have
just
like
own
detect
slimes.
illusion or anything?
One of us is really good at investigation, the other one is really crappy.
I mean, I have a wand of magic secrets. A wand of secrets, but it's only 30 feet. So,
Yeah.
if you feel like, hey, this looks like something I can use it,
That's fair.
but if it's not like a long range kind of deal.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Pond, you still are really good at discerning secrets. Any way you can track down where you think the party is?
So can we hear?
Right now you can't hear anything.
Or, I mean, traces in the snow, mansion usage,
It is.
locating based off of where people heard it via triangulation from the stories you heard.
I think the problem is we didn't hear a whole lot about stories. I think
You heard small rumors of just
Yeah,
like
if they're
a
coming from
couple
the
of
north.
people
We didn't get the
hearing
rich people who are like, yeah, it's coming from the south.
Yeah.
actually that's a really good point. If these are rich people are
Not
really
waking up
good at a
yet.
couple of things: exploiting poor people and complaining about stuff.
That's accurate.
So I'm gonna go to one of the houses. Devo's gonna come up and be like, he's going to put on his best policeman voice, and he's gonna knock on the door and be like, "Hello, we've been having noise complaints in the area. We're trying to do our best to pinpoint where those are coming from, so we can keep it nice and quiet for you in this fancy neighborhood."
I'll
Okay.
go with him and give him advantage if I can. Just
Okay, how?
you know, just being real charming, friendly.
Don't you have bardic inspiration?
So like
Yeah, I
good
do.
or bad cop, good cop kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So
Wait, which
yeah,
one's
I'm
the
just
bad
gonna I'm just gonna go up to
Devo.
someone and start saying like, we've been getting lots of noise complaints from this area.
you
We're
the
trying to
one
get to the
making
bottom
noise
of it to
complaints?
keep it quiet for you guys. Does anyone know anything more about these loud noises and group events it seems like they've been hearing?
So you'll go up to the first house and open the door, and you'll
I will
see.
not
open
just
it or
open
not?
their
Well,
door.
no, you'll knock. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I got ahead of myself.
Walk
They
up
will
to a
open
mansion
the door.
over there. Hey, what's going on?
This is the police. We just gonna do this whenever we want to.
Yeah.
I'll give him.
Well, anyway,
Bardic inspiration.
do that.
Okay, so you knock on the door and start announcing yourself. You'll hear a butler come up and unlock
It's
the
the
door.
head of police. Billy, what are you talking about?
I am the police.
Yeah.
All right, now we know whose face to take. Thank
So
you.
he'll listen to you for a second and say, "Let me fetch the man of the house to talk to you."
You don't have to. Like, if you know, you can tell us. You don't
I don't
always.
know.
So you know how to use it, right?
Use what?
Bardic?
Yeah, it's an extra D6, right?
No, he's gonna
At
be
this
like a
level?
D10.
Oh, it's a D10 at this
Is it a
point?
D10?
So
D8 or D10? I don't remember.
inspiration die 1d10 for 10 minutes. Creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or
He
saving
played a bard,
throw.
but his bard only got to D6.
This can be
'cause-
added after seeing the roll, but before knowing that
Yep.
outcome.
And then I'm gonna cast guidance before we see the butler come all the way back.
That only lasts for a minute, right?
I know. That's why I'm trying to time it.
He's coming down the hallway quick.
It's like wait until we see the man. Wait until okay, guys.
Wait now! Hit him with all your buffs. So you'll see a snobby-looking rich man walk up.
All right. As soon as I see the snobby man, guidance.
Okay. He's like, so what are you here for again?
I'm like, oh, we've gotten several complaints, sir, about noise issues going on in this neighborhood. We're trying very hard to get to the bottom of it and keep it nice and quiet for you folks here.
We paid the police to ignore the noise complaints. What are you talking about? Like, that was a big portion of this. We throw regular parties.
Right, this isn't your regular party sound, though. This is, sounds like some kind of a cult gathering, from what we've understood. We really, we want to keep
That
it
sounds
safe.
like a poor person activity. They wouldn't have anything like that here.
Right, exactly. We don't want the poors in your neighborhood. We're trying to get them out.
Of course. My apologies.
Here, I think Greg's.
Well, I don't know anything about noise complaints that I know, but that bar over there, I've been seeing a handful of poor people enter it recently. You should do something about that.
Wait, the bar we were just in?
No.
Okay.
One in the north side.
Okay, that's what I'm like imagining.
Yes, it was fire. I heard a story of four poor people going into this
Like,
bar.
wait a minute.
They look raggedy, and one of them's super tall, and
Very similar.
one couldn't play an instrument to
All
save
of
his
them smell
life.
terrible. No, okay, I'm gonna say, well, is that all? Anything else suspicious going around here?
No, not that I know of.
Ask him when his next party is.
Oh yeah. Just to make sure we don't have this issue again. When's the next time we should ignore noise complaints? If you know what I mean.
I sent the next week.
Okay, you got it, sir. Handshake. Walks out. All right, guys, we need to go check out this bar over here.
We just came from a bar. Why are we going bar to bar?
Yeah.
Is that where they have the name Kappa?
What do you mean? The bars are where everything happens, you fools. That's where everyone goes.
So far, almost everything significant.
Exactly.
Can we go
How
to
many
the-
times you guys almost died in a bar?
Too many?
3, 4.
Watch out for dragons.
Look out for dragons. Good
Can we
point.
go to?
There is a live one that we almost killed, but if he wants a rematch,
You can, yeah.
I think we got him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We have
What's
enough
the
experience.
So Waylon, or I can say Waylon, Greg wants to go to the poor people bar. So currently
the
you're
poor
in the north
people
side of
bar?
town, which is the nice bars in town.
So we have to go all the way to the south side? We're already on the north side.
Oh, okay.
Is it a Mirabar?
It is not a Mirabar. It is a much nicer. I'm not good at creatively naming things. I should have a list. The problem is I don't ever know what you're gonna ask.
What does,
so I can't-
no, it'll be like winery. It'll be North Grapes Winery.
There you go, North Grapes Winery. I love it.
Winery and distillery or something?
Sure.
I don't know, winery. Yeah, just a winery. Poor people don't do
This isn't a poor. This is a nice bar.
it. I don't know what rich people do.
It's definitely a winery.
Whiskey and wine.
Yeah,
and wine.
definitely a winery for sure. They've got like their own, like behind the building. They've got their own land for vineyards,
Okay.
or they have their own land just out of town where farms are and stuff. But yeah, they bring their
This is
grapes in.
their outlet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Before we all go in there, I'll say, hey, here, gather around, and Greg will cast prestidigitation and clean them off a little bit, make them
Look a little cleaner.
yeah, give them a slight flowery scent,
Okay.
and
Okay.
We showered last week.
I know, but these are rich people. They shower like twice a week.
Is that why their skin's all dry and flaky?
Yes.
That's why they're
Okay.
I thought they were diseased. Okay.
I mean, they are. That's not
Okay.
because of their-
So you guys get a little cleaned up, get a little fancier, and then strut your way into the
Poor people.
the winery. This is the rich people's bar.
This is the Northern
Okay, but the
Grapes
poor
Winery.
people have been going in there.
He has seen poor people been going in.
We are
So I'm gonna look
investigating
for
it
anyone
poor
who
people.
sticks out. Anyone whose clothes aren't, top of the line, or anyone who actually looks tired. Anyone who seems like they've been doing any real work.
anybody who has a nose that's not really tight.
Somebody with a broken nose. that's what
So
we need.
in this morning, you probably don't see anyone really fitting that category. From the words that he said, it wasn't today. It was just he has seen it in the last couple of days, specifically at night, kind of feeding into and out of that place.
Sure.
So
Okay. So I'm gonna order a round of drinks for the fellas, and I'm gonna tell them that if nobody comes in today, we're gonna have to come back tomorrow.
30 gold.
it's 500. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably like 10 gold for some nice drinks.
Honestly, we're pretty rich at this point.
Oh yeah,
though.
you guys are for sure.
But
Yeah. What? They could go up to the honor.
Okay.
Is his name just?
Owner or
He's
manager? It's probably the
he's probably not the
manager.
owner. He's probably the manager
Manager.
of the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Dylan.
Dylan.
Don't. I'm not writing this down, so you guys gotta help me remember.
offer Dylan some sloppy toppy for drinks. He's not used to it. The rich people don't do this.
You're investigating him.
They offer to just pay.
What's that?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh.
Go up and
We'll take
is this like a European?
You'll find out when you get older.
You'll understand when you grow up.
How does the child know?
If a
what
man
that is
offers you a
for
sloppy topper, say no.
You always say yes.
I'm getting mixed signals here.
Who do you trust more?
Yeah. Don't say
Or
yes.
no.
Say yes. Who knows? We don't know.
Depends on how much you like the guy. If it's Ryan Reynolds, you say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna make small talk, try and figure out
Okay.
some of the stuff. I'll probably mention that I own a bar down in Waterdeep, and
Okay. Roll me persuasion to see how if you can persuade him to say you are high class. Essentially, if that makes sense.
Persuasion. Do I get something for persuasion?
No, assuredly.
Yeah.
Persuasion. Oh, okay. That's enough. That is a 24.
Oh yeah. So you know the rich person lingo because you try to help bring in rich people to your bar every so often. So
Don't like.
you don't like it, but you know how to talk it.
Yeah.
So you definitely pull that card out of your hat when you come up to this guy and start talking, saying big fancy bar words that most people wouldn't know, even rich people wouldn't know necessarily.
Yeah.
So he'll start talking about it with you. Say, oh, you must own a very nice winery where you're from.
Absolutely.
Of course.
The finest. We have our latest import. We got some wine from Thay, actually.
Oh my, we've been after that for years. How did you manage?
Well,
We killed a
With
lich.
the embargo?
Well, sometimes you just gotta make friends in the right places, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've heard some pretty good things about your stock so far.
We are pretty proud of it. It's all homegrown.
Well, it looks like it. I can see it for.
Yes.
it's been
Straight
good.
from feet to table.
No, it's been a good season for that.
No, it has. It's been beautiful. No one got the joke.
No, you guys crush it with your feet.
I said feet to table.
I know, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was expecting someone to laugh, and it was like,
No, it makes perfect sense. That's what you do.
yeah, you
With
stomp
the
it to,
grapes.
yeah.
Yeah. I get it now. Yeah.
Oh, fine, whatever. Don't sugarcoat it. I'll take inspiration from Mage. Don't make me.
No, Jalpon just takes 1d20 wine damage.
No, I've been in the business.
I didn't do anything
for
wrong,
some business.
okay? It wasn't my joke.
What would it take to get a barrel of your wine? I'm not sure.
A barrel.
Well, for orders that small, it's a little trickier.
No, but if
You just
A sampling barrel.
Sampling barrel, we could.
Oh no! What was the terrible joke?
I said we bring our wine in straight from foot to table.
I'm making.
That's what I was expecting, just like an annoying smirk, and I got nothing.
I thought that was pretty
I smirked.
I just what? No, fine.
We lost inspiration because of it.
No, we lost inspiration because you mocked it with fake laughter.
That was pretty
I think
inspiring. I
laugh.
think we should get
You took
one back.
inspiration away.
You tried to get. Look, he was doing his best for you. All right.
It was not. No, you should have seen it. It was a 1 on performance
Yeah.
there.
Did you get the name of the guy, the house that we went to?
Yes, it was
Douche.
Rick.
Rick
Same
Doucheman.
Rick.
Rick Doucheman.
Do I believe? Oh, yeah. Do I believe you? You gotta.
Let's pretend I actually did. Are you okay with me actually?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Srick.
Srick?
Uh-huh.
it's like Rick with an S. Srick.
Srick.
Anyway,
You know, we're in the business for some things. Yeah. How much would a
well,
Just a
we
small
can
batch.
get you a small sampling barrel to hopefully proceed with further orders because we are looking to outsource more. And you said you're from where?
Waterdeep?
Waterdeep. Ooh, that'd be
It's a little far
excellent
away.
market. It is a little far. We could organize it for a man of your status. That wouldn't be a problem. We could source out barrels easily.
Wizards bag of holding. They do fairies.
He'd say we'd offer you a small barrel for 50 gold.
Gold. Can do that.
Okay. Come back tonight and we'll have it ready for you.
All right. Tonight we can do that.
Okay. It's been a pleasure. I hope to hear from you again.
I hope so as well. I forgot his name.
Dylan.
All right. Is the wine actually good, or is it just like?
I mean, it's fancy.
Fancy
I mean,
is-
it's probably aged more than other wines,
I
so
can
like they actually
upsell
put
it a
effort into it
lot.
and they can. What?
I can upsell it a lot. That's all I'm really worried
But that's their main point is good barrels and age, and that's what they got going
Yeah.
for them.
I mean,
we'll take it,
grapes is
we'll
all
take
the
it.
same, but like they're able to.
Well,
age
grapes are very different. That's
They
the thing.
can be, yeah. And the North grapes have like a slightly different taste.
A little bit of tartness to it.
But
More
because
ice wine.
they're rich, they can keep them without having to worry about profit as much.
Do they
so
have-
they age them a lot longer than
They
most
have
of the
a
places
better
do.
market for ice wine.
Ice wine.
Ice wine.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I don't think you hardly ever get. Any
Yeah,
of that down.
and you don't, and then it's almost like even in like the hotter climates, it still tastes cold regardless of where it's at or what it's stored at. Like it just has like a almost like built like magically almost.
It's sold at a premium during desert crossings.
Exactly. And in the hot weather, it's always sold first. So, but yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, so you'll go back and get a barrel.
Yeah.
What does everyone else want to do?
I don't have a way to get it home.
Yeah, it's a sampling barrel.
It's not a big barrel.
It's one
gonna
that
be a
can
small
actually
barrel.
fit in
it's
the
probably
bag
gonna be like
holding.
a small cask.
Okay, so I can throw it
Yeah.
into somebody else's
Yeah.
bag holding. Yeah, that's
It's not gonna be a full size barrel for 50
It'll
gold.
fit in there with the other heads.
Yeah. It'll ferment well with that.
Yeah.
The heads are in jars, guys. Okay.
Anyway.
I have like 2 jars left.
So, what do you guys want to do? You guys are at this bar. You see your friend
Yeah, exactly.
part ways and go talk to the manager and walk away with a ticket.
So
We can do some more investigating. We're really good. I'm really good at that.
we can come back tonight.
We have an
We can
excuse.
ask about. Yeah, I'm picking up a barrel of wine. We're gonna take it back and then upsell. It'll be fine. But. I'm sure
I
after
say
we've
we
done some
check out the
business
mines.
there, after
If
we've
people-
done some business with them, I'm sure we'll be a little more
likely to get the
likely to get some more information.
Okay.
I say we check out the mines. If people are saying noise happening underground, we just have to follow the mines to underground of the northern part of the city.
My thing is, if you guys will remember, it seemed like whatever hideout they were using last was an illusion was cast to hide the base. I don't know that it's truly underground or if it's just that people can't see it.
Why do you say that? The illusion part?
Some kind of illusion was cast to hide most of the fortress last time.
For his backstory, the illusion was used.
Okay. Okay. So it just looked like a hill with a door on the side of it, basically.
Jalpan, you're really good at discerning whether things are illusions or hidden or whatnot. You want to see if you can't find some shimmer that's wrong in
Sure.
the surrounding.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got Black Flight, don't you? Just zoom around on the northern side like a bird.
I don't have flight.
Oh, you gotta. Oh no, wait, and you don't want to summon your familiar because then Reginald will be upset.
No, Reginald.
I know.
Okay.
I wonder how the owls
Just
do it
ready
around
for anything that seems out of place.
Okay. Like, what are you looking for?
Just some illusory stuff, I'm sure. I'm
Okay.
a little familiar with that
Yeah.
as far as a door that looks out of place or a window that's not right or
Okay. Yes. You keep an eye out. I'll have you roll if we get to a point where it comes up. But you just kind of look around. There's nothing out of the ordinary here.
I was gonna say,
far?
yeah, I look for tracks that are like outside the norm, like, oh, they're leading to the north and there's no house there,
Yeah,
or
okay.
looking for something in the snow.
So
where
there's quite a big area in this, and the plots of land are pretty large for each mansion. There's probably about 15 of them. So you're probably talking.
yeah, but I'm looking
a
at
large
like, oh, that's
section.
normal foot traffic, that's normal
Yeah.
foot traffic. I'm looking
There's
for it's
not,
like, oh,
and,
there's.
and there's probably a lot of foot traffic in the area just because of all the. There's probably a lot of people that go into and out of these houses for like servant work. So there's a lot of snow on the rooftops, but on the ground it's probably pretty muddled at this point.
Right.
So
Or even houses where it's like, oh, that house looks really nice, but it has absolutely no foot traffic, something like that.
Right.
you don't see anything crazy out of the
Nothing
ordinary with
sticking
that.
out?
No. So you guys just go back tonight.
I say we can go check out the mines for today.
Okay.
And we can come back tomorrow night if everyone's okay
Well,
with that.
tonight. Because
still
tonight's
kinda-
we got the ticket for the wine.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like lunchtime.
Yeah. Sure.
If
Yeah, we'll
that,
go check
I
out the
mean-
mines in the meantime.
This didn't take us days. Hours, sorry.
It'd take you probably an hour to walk up north and talk and figure all that out. So it's
Yeah,
probably,
sit in the
it's
wine
probably-
tavern.
Yeah, and eat and all that stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So you guys
let's
begin
go to the
to, how do you, or so you guys want to go to the mines?
Yes.
So you probably heard from the tavern that they have the guild in town that runs the mines.
Yep.
The Miners Guild.
Yep.
So that'd probably be the first place to start because you don't really know where the mines are.
The Miners Guild.
Yep.
So,
All right. If anybody asks, we're investigating some demonology.
Some what?
Demonology.
Demonology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miners hate when demonologists set up in their minds.
so why would they let you in?
They don't. That's why we're here to root them out.
You're not making sense.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay.
This-
Demonologists sneak into the mines. They summon demons that kill and eat the miners.
Oh.
We're investigating whether one has been set up in this mine.
Is this a thing?
Yes, that's why I'm describing it to you.
Okay.
It's all something Nick just came up with in his head. That's never happened before.
Yeah.
Demons totally go to mines, guys.
No, demonologists summon demons
look,
in mines.
How often do you just go into a mine when you're doing your thing, you know, you're going down to the mine to do your work, and you get down there, there's a massive summoning circle sprawled into the ground, and you're like, well, damn it, now there's a demon down here. It's gonna slowly eat us all in
is
this
that
small
one?
town, one by one, until the paranormal investigators come, and by then, half the town will be eaten, and you know what, the rest of the town is here worshipping the creature to try to keep it at bay. It's a whole spiral.
And that's why we jump on it early.
We've all been there, let's not let it happen again.
We are
Exactly.
the Waterdeep demonologists. Just let us do our jobs.
You do look. This happens every week in Waterdeep. You do not want it spreading to your town because once it's here, it does not go away.
I'm just gonna assume this is like you guys already made it to the guild and this is the spiel you're giving them because I don't want to have to go redo
Yes.
this.
Yes.
This is already great information. So the miner's like, he's a dwarf. He's just sitting there like, I've never even heard of demons in mines, but does it sound like something I want? Sure. Here's day pass. This good luck.
Thank you.
Just
Is there a map of the mine you have?
yeah, we've got a generic map here.
Alright, thank you.
So
Constantly changing.
yes,
Well,
magical.
expanding slowly. It's not like changing like the normal layout's there. It's just
Yeah.
this wing.
So he points you. The mines are down south. They've got small hills that they mine out of down south for bars.
For more bars.
That's just canon now at this point. No, I think we said it was marble.
Yep.
I just said something cool.
Bars.
Marbars.
Bars of marble.
Marbars.
Mars bars.
Marble.
That's copyrighted.
Marbars.
Mars bars.
Oh yeah, we're not doing that.
All right, into the mines. The map. Does the map reach enough north to get underneath the northern
No.
part of the city? Okay.
No. The mines are pretty far south.
Okay, and they're
They're,
south,
like,
and they
outside
probably
of the
go like
city.
in a circle, like
Yeah,
not-
they just go like in and
Yeah.
down. They follow
Wherever they
generic
find- yeah.
caverns, but like they mine out where they need to. So you have map or
Was it a mine
drawings.
or a quarry? Quarries are for stone, aren't
It's
they?
kind of a quarry, I guess. Then.
Yeah, it's more of a quarry if we're excavating. Well, no, is it just an excavation site if we're getting bars out?
Maybe it's a mithril quarry mine.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it
a
does
mithril
both.
quarry mine.
They mine the mithril and then harvest the stone that's around it.
Yep. And then they in the mithril they find bars.
Alright.
You open it up, and this all the miners are just bards because they got all the bars.
Goodness.
They're all getting really.
Are we
drunk
able
all the
to
time.
collect any other information from the miners, or?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna give you information.
Tell me everything you know.
Who's seedy?
Well, I was born here in Mirabar at the ripe old age of 0. My parents were 27 and 42.
Oh no, Nick would not know that. That's the problem. I'm trying to come up with what would Nick know, and it's not. There's nothing there for investigation with Nick.
Okay.
It's like, oh man, who looks seedy and off,
There's a couple
doing
people
less
here.
work?
I don't know if they're necessarily doing less work, but they're just kind of
Ask them stuff. They look suspicious.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll ask them stuff. They look suspicious.
What do you ask? What stuff do you ask them?
Remind me, are we in the mines
You're
now?
in the mines now.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go up to the miners. I'm gonna say, hey, have you guys heard any? I'm gonna put on my best inspector voice. I'm like, oh, we're here with the Society of Anti-Demonologists. We're trying to make sure that nobody breaks into your mine and summons a demon to slowly devour your town one by one. Have you guys heard any weird chanting noises, loud rumbles, mumbles, moans, anything like that down here in the past couple of months that's not usual?
I mean, we've heard moaning, but not anything unusual. We've got Moanin' Joe over there who just can't hold down his breakfast very well. So other than that, I haven't.
And this Moanin' Joe, does smoke ever pour out of any orifices that they're not supposed to?
not
Has he
that
ever been
I've
seen drawing shapes on the ground that you don't quite recognize?
Not that I know of. He's just a little slower at work, and the boss never does anything about it, and I hate it.
Devo's just scribbling notes. Slow, you say. Okay, well, all right. Thank you very much. You gentlemen have a fine day.
You
Stay
as well.
away from
Thank you
getting the black lung.
Okay.
And I'll keep looking around, and I'm gonna like go up to walls, and I'll like take out a little like pick up a rock and be like,
Right.
just taking different notes.
I'm gonna grab one.
Grab one. A rock
Yeah.
and toss it where?
Devo, what do you think about this one?
Knocks the other two rocks together. Like, very good find. They could use this to draw pentagrams on the ground. I tell you what.
It's like chalk.
Yeah.
Toss it back to me. I'll hold on to it. Goes in the pocket.
Okay.
Sounds good.
What are you guys doing during this?
It's not
I found the
just a normal
suspicious
rock.
people.
Here, here.
They may work
It's a-
in the
it's a
ground. Ask them
truck.
about the criminal activity.
I already asked them if they'd seen
It's a
anything
truck.
suspicious, and they said the only thing
Chalk rock.
that they've
No,
seen.
ask
is
them if there's
Moanin'
anything to
Joe.
get
No,
into.
It's got like.
What do you mean?
You know, while we're here and investigating, I mean, are there
Okay, yeah, sure.
do?
So I'm gonna go back up to the guys and I'm
the
gonna be like,
suspicious ones?
I'm gonna be like, well, you know, it looks like so far this mine is pretty demon free.
Out here. Just another one down
But
here.
you know, by law we're required to stay here for at least a week to keep checking in and making sure that nothing's going on. So
You'll see the formula. He'll kind of give a sigh and be like,
we'll try to stay out of your hair best you can. However,
yeah.
can you think of anything interesting for fellows like us to do while we're here to keep us occupied so we don't have to be in the mine quite as often?
I mean,
Where are you getting the southern draw? Just like slipped in there.
They notice my shifting accent. They're like,
what are you? Gosh, I don't know. We're far enough outside of the city. There's not much to do besides work and eat.
well, have you guys heard about anything interesting going up on the north side? We've heard some interesting rumors about late night specters and parties and loud noises going on up there, and that don't seem like the kind of thing we'd find in that part of town.
So the foreman will be like, I haven't heard nothing about no parties up north. I don't rarely visit up there. Where did I get the southern accent? Roll me
Is you
perception.
creeping in now?
It's just
Deception,
You know,
perception, insight.
we're all
going
speaking with a
southern.
deep southern drawl.
Even though we're at the far north.
on.
Oh no! I'm gonna use this. I'm using
What were you rolling?
You want
Perception.
Perception.
Perception or insight?
Perception.
Okay.
Okay, 22.
I don't see what that is. Natural one. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a nat one.
You believe
so
everything about him.
22.
Okay, so you're talking to the foreman. The foreman's being 100% honest, but you, as you mentioned the north, you kind of see one of the shady guys kind of twitch and just like he recognizes something and then just kind of gets back to work quickly.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go up to the guy that twitched, right?
Okay.
And I am going to summon my stand right behind me. And I'm
Okay.
gonna walk up to him and have my stand get like an inch from his face.
So he'll
Can you see the stand now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Only stand users can see stands.
so he'll hear you walk in and kind of turn around and like look straight through the stand
Straight through the stand,
Yeah.
but at me.
at you.
Okay, I'm gonna notice that and I'm gonna
Just
have
like
desummon my stand.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk up and be like, Well, hello, my fellow friend. I couldn't help but notice that you happened to it's getting worse. You happened to react to my inquisition earlier about northern parties.
What's with your voice?
I don't know what you're talking about, friend. I've always spoken this way. Anyway, could you possibly lead me to something interesting to do on our evenings and days in this town? Specifically up north, perhaps?
Well, I can't lead you anywhere, but I've seen some kind of weird things. I can't really describe them very well.
Pulls out a notebook. Demonology related things.
Not quite. So I always see in the in the bar just at the entrance of the south part of town.
Is that the south part of town, you say?
Yeah.
No, the south part of the north.
No, south
The
part
Northern
of town.
Grapes Winery.
No.
Okay.
So the south part of town, the poor district, essentially.
Yes.
There's always a rich-looking fella who kind of waltzes in.
Shriek?
Describe.
And I've been around, and I just kind of like we get done with work when they shift change at the end of the night. And we get in, and I always see him leaving a couple times a week. He walks in with nothing, and he walks out with a big bag.
Well, I do declare.
And then he always heads straight north. I got curious one night and followed him after work, and he went straight up north to one of them mansions up there. I didn't know what. I was too scared to really go in where. But
Now tell me, which mansion might that be? Was there an identifying any kind of number or anything on it?
he'll describe to you approximately what it looks like and stuff.
Was it Strick's mansion?
It was not Strick's mansion.
That would've been
He said
fun.
they have a large garden, lots of plants, lots of trees in the
Lots of
area.
nightshade.
Yeah.
Now, you
And
see-
it's pretty big.
We've also heard reports of some people that are slightly less financially well-to-do appearing in the winery up north, and now, well, you know I have nothing against people enjoying some good wine. We just found it interesting, seeing that in this town, people seem to keep to themselves.
Yeah.
Which is where demonologists flourish.
Well, I've heard rumors of an underground something or other. I don't know what it is.
Well, you do work in a mine very underground, if I do say.
Yeah, but like in town, it's underground, which is odd because there's not much underground.
Talking underground like an underground music scene, or underground like a cult?
I don't know if I have enough
Or a
information.
demon.
I have heard through some of my friends that kind of collate at the bar together at night that they have either been or have seen or know people that go.
I want to say something. I love this idea that like halfway through this conversation, Devo's talking. The accent is
It just
getting worse,
drops
and
right
when he
off.
turns around, does something like this, turns around, he's like used the coal to draw a mustache on his face that he didn't have before.
Was that one of Waylon's pistols?
Yeah.
No, it's marble, so it's a white mustache.
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, he's just really committing to the bit.
Guy's gonna kind of look at you funny. He's gonna say, "Well, I haven't been, but my friends have invited me to. They've got, I don't even know what to call it, some sort of fight pits up north underground. I don't know how to get there.
Do you know how to enter in as a contestant?
I don't.
Do you
I
know
don't.
anyone
It's
we
pretty
could
closed
speak
off.
to about such a fighting pit?
I mean, you
There'll
have to.
be
You
some
have
gold
to
in it
have.
for you.
You have to know how to get in to get in. You have to have some sort of pass. That's. My buddy told me, but he wouldn't tell me what it was because they're pretty secret about it.
Now,
Who's
what-
this buddy?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a lot of buddies.
Points us to this
pal.
buddy.
Yeah, I can try. I haven't seen him in a couple of days, so I don't know if I could. He frequents that bar that I told you about, but
The
you might
one
have
up north or the one
the
up
one,
south?
the one south.
Okay.
But you might have better luck with that the bag feller. I'm following him. I feel like it might be tied with that mansion, but I don't know.
I see.
I see.
I do.
Can you give us a description of your buddy and his name?
I mean,
Fighting pit one that'll get us in there.
I mean, I can tell you his name, and he'll give you his name. I don't know his name offhand. And the description, but he's like, but without having, they have some sort of like passphrase or key to get in, and if you don't have it, you can't get in.
Is his name Plendor?
Here's a couple gold for your trouble now. I think we're done here.
Okay. All right.
There's no demons in this mine.
I'm gonna go up to the forum and be like, well, I do declare this mine is currently demon-free. Congratulations, foreman. You've been doing a great job. Just keep up on it. And if you see anything suspicious or occult, you please give us a... Hold on, phones don't exist.
Ascending.
Give us...
Shoot us a letter.
Shoot us a letter as quickly as you... Here's our address. It's just a slip of paper that says Waterdeep on it. You can reach out to
Greg.
us at any time.
Greg.
Just ask for Greg.
No.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
They'll find us. They know.
Okay. Ask for Greg. They'll know.
just ask anyone for Greg.
That's amazing.
Anyone in Waterdeep
I love
at all.
that's like the equivalent of like saying like just walking to New York City and ask for Steve. They'll know. They'll find me.
Exactly. Except it's probably bigger than New York.
Jesus.
Anyway, all right. Sounds good. So you guys leave the mines then?
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna be talking in a southern accent.
I love that.
That's amazing. All
What's
right.
also funny is technically Devo can now create alternate personalities as part of
my
my
goodness.
class, so I could just go ahead and have
Make a
this
southern
inspector
character.
become a guy.
And then when you transform, you actually grow a
Yeah, I
white
could grow a
mustache.
Call him
Weird.
Mr. Inspector.
Yeah, Mr. Inspector, I love it.
First name Inspector, last name Mr.
Mister. Yeah.
Inspector Mr.
Name's Mr. Mr. Inspector.
No, the name's Mr. Inspector Mr.
Inspector Mister.
Inspector. I hardly missed it.
Inspector, I hardly Mister.
Alright, Southern Bar, we're looking for Sammy. Wide, girthy guy.
Wide, girthy guy.
Yep.
Yep. Brown hair.
Yep.
Short.
So he did describe him as a dwarf. It seems like a lot of the, most all the miners were dwarves.
Tracks?
What?
What time is it now?
At this point, it's probably late afternoon.
Okay.
Not quite evening, but it's getting there.
People are finishing up their lunches.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably more like the 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. To
Okay.
travel all the way down to the mines, to explore the mines, talk to people, probably would have been a couple hours.
What time
Alright.
did they... You just said nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, go to the Southern Bar, look
I'll
for
go
Sammy
around
if Sammy
Yeah.
is not there, wait for the man with the bag, and then head up
You'll be
north.
fine.
How big is it? How long does it take to walk?
Probably 20 or 30 minutes to walk
Okay.
side, like across town. Like it's not a crazy huge city, but it's big enough to. Yeah, I would say it's probably
But the
more
mines
like
are
a,
way more south
like
than
an
the town.
oval than it is like a big circle. So like it's easy to walk north to south. It's hard to walk east to west.
Okay.
So
And the mine's
Old
way
European
south.
way south.
Like an
It's
old-
not way south. It's probably another 30 minutes south of the city.
It's like an old European city.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So you guys enter the city again.
Done.
Oh,
Scary.
it's fine.
Oh.
I think my wife just got home. So you guys just gotta go upstairs. Gotta run behind.
Yep.
Bye.
Gotta be safe.
All right. So you guys enter the city again of the south side. It is late afternoon. The sun is not starting to set, but it is getting near the horizon. What do you guys want to do?
Look for Sammy in the Southern Bar. What's the Southern Bar called? Miner's Respite.
Yes, I love it. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It's nice.
M-I-N-O-R, not minor.
No.
Minor.
No. You see like a pickaxe on the side, like digging into a rock to like show off the miner's respite.
Mine or respite.
Which one do you pick, mine or respite?
Slack.
But yeah, you see a bunch of dirty workers in this bar. A lot of coal on their fingers, a lot of like stubby hands from holding the pickaxes. But yeah, you come into this bar. It's fairly busy. You guys are pretty far out of place. It's a pretty dirty bar in general.
Sure.
What do you guys do?
Look for Sam, the pit fighter.
Okay, huh?
I'm gonna drink.
Okay, you order a drink. It's dirt
this is
cheap,
like our
tastes
third
terrible,
day.
but it's alcohol
Drink.
to drink. You look in the bar. You don't see anybody by the description of Sam here tonight. Or today, I guess. It's not that yet. Yep.
Do you want to wait for the man with the bag, or should we head north?
I'm waiting for the man with the bag.
Or we could head north and look for the man with the bag.
Oh yeah, we have his
Go
address.
south.
Yeah, we have his address.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we talk around, try and find anybody who knows Sam?
Wait, you
Yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
or what happened to him?
I don't know Sam. Who was the guy in the mine?
I didn't ask.
We don't know. We didn't
Shifty
ask.
Steve.
Shifty Steve?
Shifty Steve.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to the barkeep and ask.
No.
Okay.
Not the barkeep.
Who do you ask?
I don't know, is there a group of...
There's a lot of groups.
Is there a table that's running low on drinks?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. I'll go over there and order around and just start talking to them.
Okay. They're all, so this bar is made up mostly of dwarfs.
Yeah?
So you are definitely out of place, but that's okay.
That's fine.
They're all gonna kind of like look at you weird because you're like not dainty, but like fashionably dressed as a bard. I would assume. No.
I mean, not like...
Where did I drop? Oh, that thing came off. Yeah.
It's definitely probably eccentric. Not
Okay.
necessarily like...
Super nice.
nice, not trying to bring attention to himself,
Okay.
but not trying to.
But you definitely look out of place at a miner's bar.
Yeah.
So they're gonna kind of like look at you funny and be like, "What are you doing down here, prissy pants?"
Looking for some good drinks, looking for a good time atmosphere.
Yeah, sure. You're looking for good times, huh?
Oh yeah, something like that. I know. Good choice of words, huh?
What do you want,
Just trying to make friends. Looking for Sam mostly.
Sam?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that name in a short time. I haven't seen him in here recently. He's normally a regular.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we're looking for him. We think he might be involved in some deals.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want with Sam?
Well, I supposed to be dropping something off for him at home. I got a wine cask.
I can take that for him. I know where he lives.
Well, I don't know you, friend. But
I don't know you, buddy.
We
Well,
can take it to him.
something that I'm supposed to give to him myself. But if you can tell me where he lives, I could
Make it worth your while. Classic.
So as you kind of like tell him, well, I'll just deliver it myself. You kind of catch him in the, yeah, he lives. Just actually no.
Insight, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like it's not hard to tell. This guy was just trying to get you to give it to him. And then he'll essentially just say, well, fine. I don't know where Sam lives, but if you see him, tell him he owes me. I'm coming for him.
Yeah.
And what's your
There's
name,
a lot
friend?
of people in here. Jim.
Jim.
Slim
Tell
Jim.
Sam that Jim wants you to know you owe him. Yeah.
It's always 3-letter names or 4-letter names. It's always super short.
Makes it easy.
I know.
Great.
Yeah, he's he came in like last week, asked for a loan from actually a couple of people. We all chipped in together. Said he'd pay us back a lot. Said he was going into something up north, and said if he won, he'd never have to work a day in his life again.
No, we think he got dragged into some trouble.
With demons.
With Sam, that wouldn't surprise me.
Trying to help him out, but if he wants something, that's what the wine's for. But
You want some advice, my friend? Don't get involved with him. He's already dragged enough people down.
What if we do end up
Isn't
saving
that
Sam
true?
and he becomes the 7th member of
What?
our party?
isn't that the truth?
Let's go.
Alright, well, thanks, and I'll top him off again with the drink and
Okay.
head out.
Okay.
Nice, we'll get that cask of wine.
Okay. So you guys head up north.
Should we get the house or the wine first? I say the house first.
Let's get the wine first. Just
It's getting by the time you get to the bar, the wine will be ready.
Okay.
So it's not gonna. You have to wait much. So you guys make it to the bar right as the sun begins to hit the horizon. You walk back in, and Dylan is Dylan, right?
yeah,
That's
He actually probably tells you to go and do the back entrance because you don't need to go through the actual bar to get this. There's a little warehouse out back. They have all the supplies in. So he tells you to go around the back when you come in next time, and you'll go in the back. And
I'm looking for any secret bottom entrances or foot traffic where it looks like there's a fighting pit down here.
yeah.
okay,
Underground.
keep an eye out for that. You head down back, or you head out back, You don't see Dylan, but he did say that he had another manager that was working tonight.
Yeah.
He just mentioned your name and that he's got something for you to know what I'm talking about.
What was this other manager called? Ondil or something?
What?
Ondil or something?
Ondil, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm so bad with names, guys. You always ask for names when I don't know names.
Just need a list of randomly generated.
I have a list, but like I need to get like a couple of names for like
I'm
each
gonna call him Harry.
a race.
Sure.
So I just throw something in.
I'm gonna call him Harry.
Harry.
No, that's clearly a Marv.
It's Marv.
Marv, night shift manager, clearly a Marv.
Marv?
Marv.
Marv? Okay. Hey Marv, how's it going?
Hey, do I know you?
No, I
You got the
came in
ticket.
earlier.
Okay.
Talked to Dylan, organized something. I'll hand him the ticket. And
Oh yeah. He said he was selling something. You got a big fancy bar up in down in Waterdeep, huh?
Something like
Tell
that.
me about that.
Well, it's right on the wharf.
Ooh, yeah. Prime front property. If only we had a wharf here.
Oh, it's a real
You don't have
nice.
an ocean.
It's too
Yeah.
cold.
I know, that was the joke.
Yeah, we recently. I don't know.
Paid
got
the
a-
money, we get a wharf here.
Got a couple of rooms for patrons if they need to stay.
Only a couple?
We've got a couple locations. The one on the wharf.
A couple locations. Of course, I misunderstood. My apologies. My apologies. I liked how it went from a couple of rooms to a couple of locations. That was amazing. That was a great transition.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you make it over, or he'll go grab it for you, and he'll bring out a nice wooden cask. The wood looks fresh. Well, not fresh. It looks aged, but the wood is nice, like it hasn't been used before.
It's a beautiful barrel.
Thank you. It's we get all our barrels imported from the winery. They make the barrels in house, and they make the wine also. They store them for years until they ship them out. We have a couple of different ages. This one you paid for was 10 years, aged 10 years.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty tasty.
Oh, let's hope so.
So, but yeah, so it's a good middle ground for sure. We've got other ages too. If you want the cheaper stuff, we got 2, 5, 10, and then if you're really looking for it, we got 20 and 50. But those are definitely steeper price tags.
Yeah. Well.
Usually bought and put in private collection, so yeah, that makes
Who
sense.
knows? Who knows? Let's.
But yeah.
You know, when they come back. I guess.
Well, we look forward to doing business with you.
Absolutely. And while we're here, we're also looking for some entertainment.
Okay.
We've heard a couple places. I don't know if this is a question for you or somebody else, but we've heard about some.
Entertainment.
I guess there's not really a general way for this. We've heard about some of the fight pits that are going on underground. You got any idea?
They're called gladiator rings.
We've heard about a place where people come to fight to the death, and we want to go do some fighting to the death.
Watch some fighting.
I got
We're
a-
class here.
Right.
I got a friend in here who traveled with who is interested in that very, very much.
That one. He'll look over at Nick.
Well,
Well, maybe that fella. He's a little smaller, but
I mean,
maybe he could hold his own. I don't know. Definitely not that one.
no, it's the one,
Little scrawny
it's the
people.
one, the weird looking hat on. You know.
The one with the
yeah.
white mustache.
Yeah. Real eccentric character. He's not super strong, but he makes up for it in other ways.
Okay. Well, I can't get you in. I can tell you how to get there. It's typically the patronage likes to go. The closest entrance is the one of the northern mansions, and he'll describe the same mansion you guys heard earlier.
Oh, the one with the big garden.
There's I don't know. I've heard rumors. I've had patrons talk about it, say it's a blast. I've never been myself. I don't know how to get in, but I do know that the mansion connects to it somehow.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll give him a 10-gold tip.
He'll do the drug style handshake
Yeah.
of gold. Okay, and then go on from there. Okay.
On to the mansion.
Okay.
On to the mansion.
All right.
I
So you
think
guys-
when we get to the mansion, I'm gonna cast Rejuvenate on Devo.
Okay.
Void or Devo? I keep forgetting.
Devo.
It's Devo right now.
Okay.
Devo.
All right. So you guys head to the mansion.
I'll also give Devo and Nick. I'll give Devo Bardic Inspiration for whatever thing he wants to use it for once we get up there.
And you remember what this man behind the scenes looked like, right?
Mansion 1 and Mansion 2? Is that
It,
what
it,
it is?
it doesn't. It has the labels, but no, it's room 1 and 2. But I couldn't find a map without the labels on it, so I just
Yeah, sounds about right.
Anyway, so you guys come to this mansion here. It's probably dark at this point. The horizon the sun is at least halfway down, if not all the way down. So it's getting pretty dark. The mansion has a handful of torches around the outside. As you guys approach, you do see a handful of guards kind of walking the grounds. But yeah,
Kill him. Not me, but somebody.
No, Devo, you're really good at this, right?
I am. Okay.
Talking.
Ahem.
Give you guidance.
I'm a demonology inspector. A lot of people be using mansions around here to summon demons.
Why don't you go for the man behind the scenes, because that gets the fastest interview with him, right? And we're here to kill him?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, which one? That's the very important question.
Depends on how he reacts to this whole thing.
Okay, you do you, bro.
Okay.
I got your back.
I have a feeling that this guy in the mansion is not him.
Well, we can kill him and then find the guy, whatever.
okay.
So do we want to talk to this guy or do we want to fight our
So
way into the
it's two
mansion?
guards
You do
walking
you.
together.
Let's just.
They're just patrolling the grounds. We're knocking on the door.
Hey, Devo. So are we doing this as like you want to join the fights or you want to watch the fights?
I want to join the fights.
Join the fights?
No.
Even
Oh, guys. All right, everybody, gathering. Okay, so we've got a prize fighter over here.
No, you're the prize fighter.
No, listen closely. We've got a prize
I'm
fighter
not getting in a
over here.
fight again.
No, hold on. We've got a prized fighter over here. What's gonna happen is you're gonna go in the ring and I'm gonna be your coach. From the side, I'm gonna say I've raised you, you're this incredible fighter. My stand will do all the fighting. You're gonna be so strong that you're just gonna reach out and pretend to flick him, and I'll have my stand throw a full-on punch, things like that. We'll really play it up for the audience. We're gonna say that we have this unbelievably strong man. We're gonna go up to these guards and we're gonna say we need to talk because we have this incredibly strong person. And you're gonna go down, we're gonna have you like poke a single finger into the ground. I'll have my stand throw a full-blown punch and explode the ground.
Why don't we just ask for a meeting with, like, the guy?
Why don't we just try to? Are we just gonna promote this guy? Why don't we just talk to him first? We don't have to get this.
We still just have to find River Raphael.
Well, he's gonna be at the underground fighting ring. Don't worry about it.
Do we know
But
that?
You see, this is the
What
thing.
if this guy's
Here's
Raphael?
the thing. People at the not everyone at the underground fighting ring is gonna know what's going on. However, the man behind it all is going to be able to see my stand. People involved with him will be able to see my stand, and they'll know what we're doing, but they won't be able to call it out. They can't just say, oh, he's using a stand or whatever. So they're going to come find us. We won't have to find them.
Unless he just gets scared and runs.
Or we just
He's
have
not
to
going to
find
be scared of
Raphael.
He's not scared of anything. I can guarantee you that much.
Okay, but what if the promoter's name is Raphael and he's in the office and we just have to, grab him?
That's still not who we're looking for
We're
necessarily.
looking for Raphael.
Okay, yeah, but he's not the one I'm looking for.
Yeah, but he'll lead us to the guy you're looking for.
Maybe, or we could let the guy that we're looking for come to us.
That sounds like it's gonna take weeks, maybe months. We have like
We
days.
can get to I bet they get us into the fighting ring tomorrow.
We don't even know when it happens.
Well, let's
Why
go
don't we
find
just
out.
ask for a meeting with the manager and then go
Let's
from
go.
there?
Oh yes, that's what I'm saying. We'll go in there, and this is gonna be our shtick. Just go with it.
We don't need a stick.
Just go with it.
You can just do it yourself.
Just go with it.
You're way better at this than I am.
Fine, I'll be
I
the
need
fighter. I
armor.
don't care. You be the coach. Let's go.
Rolling perception, guys.
Okay.
Perception, all
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah, sure.
You said perception?
Yeah.
With a P.
It's a 19.
Okay.
That's an 18.
I'm not that good at that.
What?
6.
Perception?
Well, I rolled a 1.
Oh, that's fair.
At 20, baby.
Oh wow,
Oh,
the
my.
wizard's good at
We
it.
got an 18, 19, and 20.
I know, it's funny. So you guys, you
6.
three for sure all hear it. Nick absolutely does not, which is hilarious because he's typically the perceptive one.
I'm the insightful one.
Oh yeah, perception's wisdom
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You hear what you can only describe as the rumors that you've heard. You hear subtle chanting in the ground,
Chanting or cheering?
Cheering.
Okay.
But it sounds like a chant almost, like they're
Right.
cheering on somebody. But you can't make out words. You hear it, and it sounds like it's not too far, but it's
Nick.
definitely below you.
Shut up. Listen.
What?
Do not.
You guys are telling me to be in the fighting place and I don't
Nick.
know what's going on. What?
Just listen. It's happening now.
I don't need to listen to this idea. Why don't we just make Devo
No. That's
in charge of fighting
We're
pits?
doing that. It's fine.
Listen to the ground.
Okay, knock on the door. Why? I'm not gonna put listen to the ground. It doesn't say anything. I'm not falling for that again.
Yeah. Hey, Devo. I could be your promoter. You could be fighting.
That sounds great. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Well, so what's your story? You grew up at a young age.
My mother died before I was born. My father left before he even met my mother.
Are you talking about Guts?
I grew up
You're
in a
just telling
log.
us the
I
story
grew up
of
in a
Guts.
log cabin that I had to build with my own hands.
At the age of 2.
Everything went horribly bad. I didn't talk to anyone for years after I was born. I was poor.
Why don't you just go for we got a fighter for money, put him in coach?
We got a fighter. He'll fight anyone for money, and he's so unbelievably strong.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Just knock on the door. Let's go. Hello.
Hey Chris, I hadn't seen you for a while. How are you?
It's been a while. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good?
All right. Knock, knock, knock.
Knock,
I
knock,
like your
knock.
dress.
Oh, thank you.
Looks nice.
The baby shower.
Oh.
Maybe we just walk up into the house like we know where we're
Let's
going.
go.
What's up?
Do we just walk up like we know where
Wait,
we're
who's
there?
gonna? Your mom's gonna be a grandma?
Yeah, my brother's pregnant.
Oh, your
No,
brother is
brother.
My
pregnant.
brother's wife.
Oh,
is pregnant.
Okay,
Anyway.
got it. I was like,
Yeah.
Excuse me, John. Do you have something to say?
No, I don't. No, I'm not ready for that.
Okay. All right.
So you go up and knock on the door. I think that's a good place to call a session.
Ah!
It's 5 o'clock.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
good. That was a good sesh.
Yeah. And it'll be good to have everybody back for next week, so we can
Are you gonna be
actually go into
on
it.
next week though?
I won't be here.
No, I'll be here next week.
Okay.
Oh, it's like what?
I know.
That's frustrating.
Well, the week after next week, I will be gone.
Okay.
I'm in Hawaii is a month after that.
Okay, so we're gonna hope to try and finish it all next week then.
Okay.
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 Devo's fighting pit in his fight pit.
All right. Well, we will see you all next week. Thanks
Peace.
for joining us. And where's my button? There we go.
Bye bye.